On this dark and heavy rain night, deep in the bowels of the city, a lonely old man, hunched over and walking with a limp, seeming to be crazy, looking to talk to himself. If anybody would get close enough, they would hear, "Rockabye, baby, on the treetops. When the wind blows, cradle will rock." He walks down the street as rain beats off of his clothing. As he turns down the specific alleyway, we see a very old and robust woman, hair white as the snow, red leather all over, pouring soup with a ladle from a large pot into the bowl of a homeless person. The homeless person says, Thank you, dear woman, and Merry Solstice to you." The old lady says, "Sir, it is with the season of love and caring that I give." When from behind the old woman, through the heavy rain, comes an angry and bitter voice. "You just want to control people." As the woman turns around, her sky blue eyes go wide, and unbelief as the assassin's dagger buries deep into her heart. As she falls, coughs up a little bit of blood, the assassin grins at the old woman and says, "How will they ever learn? How can they survive if you're always feeding them?" As the life drains from her eyes, the man smiles, and there's a flash at her hip. He sees this dagger. Well, what do we have here? As he reaches down and grabs the goat-faced handle and drawing it out of its scabbard, he stares at it for a long moment and says, "Of course we'll be good friends." As he buries the new dagger into the old woman, it glows and pulses, and then the glow fades. Tears the dagger free and says, "Yeah, good friends indeed." He wipes the dagger down and slides it into a sheath on his belt. He mumbles to himself, "I think it's time to see the quiet." As he walks away, a little pep in his step, you hear, "Rockabye, baby, on the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock." He turns, looks you straight in the eyes, and says, "Welcome to the Bros and Dragons Winter Solstice episode." You're hearing my regular voice, you're seeing my regular picture, but I am going to take a step back. Tonight I'm not the DM Doc, I am Player Doc, as I will hand the reins over to Keith Ross, and that'll probably be the last big mistake I ever make.
As I always tell Doc in my other game, I regret everything.
My character's name is Brian Genuine. He comes from an outstanding family environment, born to a wealthy merchant family. They taught their 7-year-old son a very important lesson when they sold him into slavery. He vowed to kill them one day when the crying stopped. He grew stronger, killing his slave master with his bare hands and running away, falling in with the quote-unquote wrong crowds and learning the ways of the assassin. He knew he was done with training the day he walked into his master's room and slit his throat without waking him up. He thinks that he is a normal, well-adjusted member of society. He just hates being under anybody's control. He is just a mere human. He's just your common, everyday Joe. His friends call him Cut. Well, his associates that he hasn't murdered yet call him Cut.
I am playing the Smoke, who is the #1 most wanted person in all of the land. He is part of the Shadow Brotherhood. I wear a mask and cape, and whenever I do take off the mask, nobody, and I mean nobody, knows who the hell I am. I basically just create a brand new person that nobody has ever seen, heard of, and that is including monsters and all of that. He kind of keeps to himself, and he doesn't really have any sort of a background because when he became the Smoke, all of that got erased.
I am playing Prate. Looks pretty normal, your everyday kind of guy. Brown hair, brown eyes. As a kid, he grew up a pretty normal kid's life until he hit his teen years when he realized, wow, my parents really work hard and not get anywhere. And he figured that stealing and swindling his way through life would be so much more, what would you say, profitable than an honest day work. So he took up thieving, and although he joined the Black Skulls guild. He just wasn't making the money he thought he should, so he decided he would start adventuring and earn his money the hard way.
Jethro is a half-elf bard, while the Smoke is the most wanted person in the land. Jethro is easily the most desired. He is with you guys because the best way to get a good story is to get one from every angle. So we'll just leave it at that. And
So, 3 of you have been summoned to the land of Cordovia, to the capital city of Duralia. Smoke, Cut, and Prate. Jethro, you were summoned as well to this meeting, but you're more at home here. You know this place very well as the summoner, a female known as Quiet. Most of you arrive early in the morning, and the meeting is not till midnight. So you spend your day wasting away time, whether it be in the tavern or just making your way around town, learning the locale, the people, etc. As it gets later on in the evening, it begins to snow, and it continues snowing harder and harder until just after dark, you've gotten about 6-7 inches of snow. It's almost midnight at this point, and all of you start making your way over to the Gilded Terrace, the tavern that you were all told to meet. There's nobody here. It's seemed to have been closed down for the night for whatever reason. But you make your way in, and an older gentleman greets you as you approach. Hello, gentlemen. She is waiting for you in the back. Jethro, I assume you know the way.
yeah.
Well, best not to keep her waiting. It's getting rather cold out.
I'm not liking this, guys. I hate it. I hate being summoned.
What would you rather, to be completely honest?
I'm a free man.
Like a bird?
Do you want to find out?
Oh, I don't think that would be a good idea for either of us, friend.
Then lead on, little man.
Jethro will bow and strut into the area that we're going.
You lead everyone around to the left side. There's a small path that leads around to a large table that overlooks most of the city. And as you round the corner, you see a table that is laid out with various different meats, vegetables, berries, stuff like that. A meal is prepared for you if you decide to take it. And you see sitting at the head of the table is a tall, slender female, black hair down to about her shoulders. You see a scar down her left eye. And the eye itself is white, but she smiles as you approach Jethro. Jethro, my friend, it is good to see you again.
Good to see you too. Is this spread for us?
Well, I'm not gonna eat it, but...
Why not? What's wrong with it?
Oh, nothing. I've already ate.
Oh, great. I'll plop down and start tossing berries into my mouth.
She greets the rest of you in kind and motions for you to sit.
I'll stand.
She said, very well. As you all know, you have been summoned here for a rather difficult job.
You take a chair, kind of move it to the corner, sit down and kind of lean back in it.
I walk over, pull a chair out, sit down, throw my feet up on the table.
And they're covered in snow and grime and muck, but she doesn't seem to care.
A raven is going to land. It's going to pop up pretty much kitty corner from me, so it's more or less looking behind me.
The 4 of you have been gathered for this job because you are all the best at what you do. Jethro, I think there's only been one woman you have not been able to charm the pants off of, but you still try. Smoke, I literally have no idea who you are, despite quite a bit of effort put towards finding out.
Yeah, I don't even know who I am either.
Cut.
I kill people.
Yes, you do. Very well, I might add.
Right.
And Prate, I have no idea what to say about you. That is a good thing in our line of work.
He just smiles.
The job I offer, as I said, is not an easy one, but the pay, none of you will ever have to work again if you so choose. Each of you will receive, upon completion, a sum of 100,000 gold.
Listen here, lass. I could turn this one in for $1 million right now.
I would love to see you try. I really would.
Yeah, so would I.
You will be killing, and I cannot believe I'm even saying this, Santa Claus himself.
Cut's gonna get a little wiggly on that one and grab his hip.
Jolly old Saint Nick? What'd he ever do?
I did not ask the one who hired me to perform this. We do not ask those questions. But someone saw fit to pay a large sum of money for him to die.
That is 100 each.
Correct.
Just making sure.
There is also a second task you must perform. There is something known as the Spirit of Christmas. You must identify this and bring it back.
Sounds like the head of Old Saint Nick.
I'm just happy that you didn't say we had to kill the Easter Bunny or anything else along those lines.
Well, there's always next year. Anyway, you know the job. We can talk details later. Do you all accept?
Yeah, loose ends and all that. I'm in.
I like the money.
This will make for a very interesting something. Yeah, all right, sure.
I'm assuming the standard. I keep what I find along the way.
Of course.
Sure, I'm in.
Very good. She turns around, walks back behind you. You see there's a small bench that is pushed up against one of the walls, and there's a very small chest set up on it. She grabs it up, places it on the table, and she opens it up, and inside you see 8 roughly 1 inch in diameter gemstones. 4 of them are red, 4 of them are white. And she passes one of each color out to each of you. And she says, the red ones will get you there. The white ones will bring you back. We have someone on the inside who has procured these items for us. Obviously, he does not want to be made known. But if you get in some sort of predicament, if he can help, he will. I am told that these will get you roughly a mile from the North Pole, but you will have to move in on foot from there.
Oh, you did not say there'd be walking involved.
And it will be, I'm sure, very cold.
Jethro will just start humming in the corner, looking at his stone.
Do you have any further questions for me?
When do we ship off?
As soon as you like. You need only crush the red gem and you will be teleported directly outside of the compound.
Why the little laugh there, lass?
Because I've went over this many times in my head, but I still can't believe I'm ordering a hit on Santa Claus.
He's real.
Yes.
And you're saying one of these magical workers he always has around him is traded up on him?
With some persuasion, yes.
If this is a trap, I'm coming back for you.
I think we all are.
Of course. Oh, one more thing also. According to him, the area this place exists does not follow normal time procedures. When you leave, however long it takes, you will arrive here at exactly the same time that you left. So I shall know as soon as you leave whether or not you were successful.
Yeah, how did that help us?
It doesn't, but
Are these the only gems you have?
yes.
Jethro will continue to hum, just.
I'm gonna.
And put a hand up, as in a. Just wait a second, guys.
I am going to pull a dagger out and throw it right between his legs.
I better not have to listen to you this entire trip.
As he gets a little nervous.
I'm gonna go retrieve my dagger, just lean in and be like, if you don't stop humming now, I'm gonna make you stop.
I will keep humming, but I will have on my hand 5 fingers up. I will take 1 down, 1 down, 1 down, 1 down, 1 down, and stop humming. And then in all of your heads, I will say, okay, sorry about that, we're good. As I ritual cast Rary's telepathic bond on everyone.
I choose to fight it. You try to get in my head again, little man, you're not coming back, and I get your 100,000.
Hey, quiet, is that how this works?
I have no reason to argue against it.
I do. I'd like to come back and not be with a bunch of assassins to go assassinate somebody.
If one of you does not come back, the money can be split amongst the ones that did. How about that?
Quiet, if I don't come back, I'd like you to give all of my money to charity. But specifically like a Druish charity, because that would make sense.
Whatever, let's go get this over with.
The killing Santa thing, the killing me thing, the killing everybody but one of us thing. What exactly are we starting first?
I have a job, but I have a preference. Which one would you like me to start with?
I crush my gem.
I'm going to tell the bird to stay put, and then I'm going to crush my gem.
I'll look over at Cut, smile, and say, see you on the other side.
He'll nod. Look at quiet straight in the eyes with that dead stare he's got. Incredible contact.
You all feel a pull in the center of your chest. It's painful, but not overly so. Everything goes white for a brief instant, and then you all come to again, and you are in the middle of a vast, snowy wasteland almost. You look as far as you can see in any direction, and it's nothing but darkness and white. It is extremely cold. Everyone give me a perception check.
26.
20.
17.
24.
Cut, you and Prate. You look around and you see off in the distance a vague shimmer. It's hard to make out, but it is roughly rounded. But from this distance, that's all you can see.
Reach back into my backpack and I pull out a set of goggles and throw them on and start heading that way.
I guess I'm going to follow suit.
I'll whisper, this way.
It's colder than that woman's heart. This is ridiculous. And I will follow.
All right, so marching order, Cut, Smoke, Prate, Jethro. Cut, give me another perception check.
34.
You're walking, it's for about 20 minutes, and it's very difficult. The snow it changes depths randomly. You go through snow drifts that are up over your waist. Other times it's barely ankle deep. It just depends on where the snow has decided to fall. But you eventually get closer, and the shimmer that you saw, you now see clearly. It is a large dome structure. You see the snow is falling on it and then just cascading down off the sides. It is opaque, though. You can't see through it. It is just a very dark, milky, almost white.
I'll stop and start looking at it just to see if there's any breaks or gaps.
You spend a couple minutes looking it over. You don't see any gaps whatsoever. As well, you don't see any movement outside of it.
I'll pick up some snow, pack it, throw it.
It's about 30 feet ahead of you, but it's not too bad. You pick it up, toss it, and as it reaches the point where it would pass through, or where it would hit it, it just passes through.
I'm going to go up and investigate it.
You walk up, and as you get closer, what's your roll?
29.
As you get closer, you can see a little bit past it. It's not completely opaque. Kind of around the edge, there are bits of icicles forming where the snow that had fallen on the top had melted and ran down the side and then refroze again. You take a second, reach up, just kind of brushing your hands against it, and it shimmers, but it doesn't give any kind of resistance.
I'm going to turn around, and in Thieves' Cant, I am going to tell them what I've noticed.
You know you can just speak in my head, yeah?
You know, I totally forgot about that, so I am going to do it in Thieves' Cant, but then go back into your head with it.
I appreciate that.
I take off and run through it and try to stay stealthy.
Anyone that's passing through it, give me stealth checks.
28.
34.
17.
You all pass through it, and instantly, the thing you notice most is it is much, much warmer in here. It's still cold, but it's hovering right around freezing. It is dimly lit. It's not pitch black like it was outside almost, but it seems the dome itself gives off some semblance of light. You look ahead of you, probably another 250 feet, you see the edges of buildings. Seems to be a small village, roughly circular. At the head of it, you see a much, much larger building.
Yeah, I'm going to head straight towards one of those tents.
They are like small cottages. They are made out of wood. And as you get a little bit closer, you notice that all of the ones that are in this circle are completely dark. The large building that's kind of front and center is lit up pretty bright. You see a few windows with different people milling about inside. You can't make much out. In the center of this circle, there is a 60 by 80 frozen lake, and you see a few snowmen dotted around, a couple benches, stuff like that.
Are there any windows on these cottages?
There is.
I'm going to peer in through the window.
You go up. You have to wipe off a little bit of snow, but you look inside. It's pretty simple. There are beds, drawers, stuff like that. You look in another one. It's a small kitchen.
I'm gonna go towards the big building in the center front there. Pull out my bow and head right through the cottages towards the big building.
I'm going to look at the snowmen. I'm going to use True Sight.
Oh, you have True Sight. Okay.
Yep.
With this, they look like snowmen. However, there's a slight glow to them.
Is there any role I can give you to try to find a way to get to the center without getting too close to either snowmen or other buildings?
You can move around the outer edge. There's an area where there's less snowmen. You could probably keep maybe a 20-foot distance from each of them, but outside of that, no.
I'm gonna head that way.
So you make your way around following roughly the direction that Prate went.
As everybody is heading in that direction, I will very, very quietly, because I really don't want to get killed by anyone again. Silent fight, sneaky night, rogues are here, let's stealth right, and cast Pass Without a Trace on all of us.
All right, so give me stealth rolls from everybody.
I have a minimum stealth of 36. Do you still need a
You
roll?
No.
Everybody add 10 to whatever is your total after your roll.
Do I need? Okay, fine. I'll just roll. That's a lot of math. Does a 32 make it, or do I need to actually add in the dice roll?
Wow. Okay. You're good.
Okay.
I think mostly I just need one from Jethro.
Yep.
Everybody else is going to be invisible.
Yep. You know what? I rolled real bad, so that's only a 24.
Okay.
Hey, that's only 2 more than my stealth.
Bards get an expertise too, buddy.
I rolled real bad. It's only a 24.
Yeah, you guys you're making your way around the left side, around the backs of the buildings, the smaller buildings. Jethro, as you go through one of the alleyways, you kind of glance to your right, and you see one of the snowmen's head turn towards you real quick. You duck behind the building as fast as you can. You're not sure if it saw you, but you continue forward with the rest of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna whisper, "What the hell was that?" Well, not whisper. I'm gonna talk it to him via his head thingy.
What was what?
That little dive you just made.
Well, we're being sneaky, yeah?
I swear to God, if we get caught because of your ass, I'm gonna be so pissed.
If we get caught because of my ass, it's because it's a very nice ass, and of course it's going to attract attention. And then I will keep walking.
You guys continue on around, and as you kind of come around the bend of the top portion of what would be the circle of buildings, to the left of the building, you see another man that is much, much larger. It's holding probably a 10-foot candy cane in its left hand, and it's just standing there next to the building. In the center of the building, you see a large set of arched double doors with stained glass windows. Give me a perception check, Smoke. Specifically you.
29.
You take a minute to glance over the large snowman, and again you notice the slight glow to it, but it looks like a regular snowman as far as you can tell.
Tell everybody to hold up and ask if anybody notices that these snowmen have a slight glow to them.
In Thieves Camp, what the hell are you talking about? Let's just go kill the fat man.
I don't think it would be that easy.
Are you inferring that the snowmen are pregnant? I'm confused.
I'm inferring that there's a glow to them. They're giving off light.
Okay, so we got glowy snowmen for him. Can I do an Arcana check and see if I get any weird vibes from these guys?
You could try. Generally, you would have to get much closer to be able to see any type of arcane runes or anything like that.
How about if I roll a 25 from a distance?
Looking from this distance, for you, it looks like a regular snowman. It's big. It's fucking huge. It's roughly 30 feet tall. Seems to be a regular snowman.
Yeah, that's large, but I mean, if you're really that worried about it, we should just avoid it, yeah?
Yeah, might as well.
Okay. So, can we get to the big building?
Cut's already taken off because I can't hear him.
You all are having this little conversation. You turn around and Cut is gone. You see the tracks leading off towards the corner of the building. Cut, you're making your way through the snow. Glancing around, you don't see anybody else. You take a few glances at the snowman. Doesn't seem to do anything. As you get to the edge of the building, you are right in front of the snowman. There are a couple windows just up ahead of you.
I am going to make a large arc around that snowman, and I'm going to do it stealthily. I think something's inside, like they're going to come out, or people are hiding, or they know we're coming.
So you're staying about 20 feet away from it, making for one of the windows, or what?
The building, just let me get to the building, and then I'll make it to a window if I need to.
It's pretty much butted right up against the building. The snowman is, so you make your way up close to it, and as you get to that 20-foot mark, you kind of start moving around it, and you make your way up to the front wall of the building itself. There are 4 or 5 windows before you get to the large center door. It does have a second story. You see a few windows up there as well.
I am going to move away from the snowman and try to look through a window.
Give me a perception check.
35?
The window is mostly iced over. You look inside this room, and this room is dark. You glance around. It seems to be some sort of carpentry shop. You see various different woodworking tools and stuff like that. A few bits of spare wood. Nothing else catches your eye. The rest of you are making your way up, following the footsteps, and you see the head of the very large snowman move. It looks down, so you see it move forward through the snow. Cut, you hear this, and you turn around and look just as the large candy cane comes around the corner of the building and is going to take a strike at you. For 22.
22 will hit.
19 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'm going to use my reaction to uncanny dodge that.
And I'm going to need everybody to roll initiative.
Yay. 19.
23.
Doc, are you keeping it?
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, lovely.
Prate.
It would be 23 and 13.
Snowman.
7.
Cut with a 28 will go first.
You see this large candy cane come swinging around and hit you. You kind of try to roll with the damage, but it kind of knocks you up against the building a little bit. You see it pulling back for another strike.
I'm going to draw 2 daggers. My new dagger with the cool face and head of a goat person on it, and my trusty old dagger. And I go, bad move, fat man. And I will jump. Well, excuse me, when I pull the daggers out, are there any lights here that aren't magical?
No.
Okay. Are there any creatures of 0 CR or plants around within 30
There
feet?
are plants
Mm-hmm.
within how many feet?
30?
Yes.
They
You
die.
don't see it, but yes.
They die instantly. And then I will run and strike out at this ugly looking snowman. 25 to hit.
Hits.
Sorry, gentlemen. Just saw that coming. Plus 8. Nice. That'll be 25 damage. For my second action, bonus action, I'm going to take that same dagger I struck out with, and I'm going to cut my own arm for 12 points on myself. That'll take us to Prate's next.
I'm going to move 5 feet forward to my right, and then I'm going to release an arrow. A 19 to hit?
Misses.
Oh, my goodness.
No, you pull back and release the arrow. You see it fly forward into the snowman. It hits squarely. You don't see any kind of reaction from it.
I will just draw another arrow.
Jethro.
Looking at this stealth mission going super, super swell so far, Jethro will go ahead and cast Conjure Animals, and he will summon 8 wolves.
Yes!
He will command the wolves to go over to the snowman and pee on it to try and melt the snow. And Jethro will start walking towards the actual building.
So next turn will be the wolves.
The wolves, all surrounding the snowman, try to
Pee on
mark their territory on it.
You see all these wolves come rushing towards you. They circle around the snowman, hike their legs. One of them actually kind of backs up against it and squats. But they all pee on the snowman. A bit of it turns yellow, but you don't see any kind of reaction.
Cut will do something he's never done. If anybody has ever met him before, he will actually go. That takes us to Smoke.
I am going to run up on the snowman that's attacking Cut. Does a 24 hit?
Hits.
The snowman is getting peed on by 8 wolves at the same time. You don't mean to think that's a little surprising?
And give him 1 damage for that. That's genius.
I'll give you 1 damage.
There's so much melting.
Or give
I'll
Jethro
give you-
inspiration.
I'll give you-
something.
I'll give you 1 damage for each.
Okay.
How much?
Hang
damage?
on. A lot.
We got 9d6 at this level.
Yes. For 85 points of damage.
You take your dagger and stab it roughly just in the butt area, almost. You feel the dagger sink in, and your arm goes in a little bit with it.
I'm going to give it the tickler.
As your dagger drives deep, you feel something a little bit more solid on the inside You know you've hit it pretty well.
That will be whatever that 13 from Tom was.
Thief's Reflex. When you're not surprised, take 2 turns in the first round of combat. So I'll take that second one. 24 hit.
24 hits.
Oh boy, now I gotta do adding.
Adding is easy. It's the subtract. It's the reverse math that is hard.
34 points of piercing damage. So with the last part of my turn, I would like to move the remaining 20 feet and try and hide if there's anything remotely close to hide behind.
You can drop back a little bit and hide kind of around the corner of one of the closer buildings if you like. You'll be about 45 feet away from the fight.
All right, cool.
It is Mr. Snowman's turn.
I need all of the wolves and Cut and the Smoke to make a Constitution saving throw.
22.
19.
3 wolves made it.
42 points of cold damage, half if you made the save. So everybody except for those 3 wolves made it.
Round 2 will be Cut, and he's going with both daggers.
All right.
The lowest one is 26.
Hits. Sure.
61 points of damage.
Okay. You're starting to see bits of the snow kind of start to slide off and fall off, but it's still fighting back.
Great.
Hey, I'm gonna step out and shoot an arrow at that guy.
All right, go ahead.
Would a 26 hit?
26 hits.
Thanks. 44 piercing damage, and I'll just stay hidden over there.
As you release the arrow, you see it slices off another fairly large chunk of snow that falls to the ground.
Jethro.
I will walk up to the snowman, very perturbed, and just always this nonsense. All right. And I will very quietly whisper to the snowman, "You're a yucky, slimy piece of shit that belongs to things that don't even exist anymore. Go away." And he needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
3.
Okay, he takes 15 points of damage, and he has to use his reaction to move his speed away from me.
Spins. There's no legs, so it doesn't turn, but it spins around and starts moving off toward the back of the building. The 3 of you that are up there can get attacks of opportunity.
You got a crit. There's going to be a lot of math. I'm going to get started.
I did not get a crit. Oh,
Yeah.
There's a lot of math.
Yep.
I did 82.
133 points of damage.
Holy crap.
Smoke, you stab him with your dagger as he goes to move around. You feel it reach in again just as deep as before, and you feel it find that solid piece that's inside. As you pull your blade back this time, a little bit of blood on it, which is weird. Cut. You run up the back of it, and you get on top of the snowman.
I'm going to jump into the snowman, dagger first, and whatever's in there, I'm going through it.
You see Cut run up the back of it and just dive into it, dagger first. Cut, you feel yourself pass through it. You're almost swimming at this point, and you get kind of toward the center of it, and you see a humanoid figure before you, roughly elvish. You can't make out much, but you do see a very nicely exposed neck right there, which you slam your dagger into. Blood gushes out and starts filling the hole inside of the snowman that you have now created. You start backing out. You get covered in blood in the process. You all see Cut come up out of the snowman covered in blood.
Dragging that body, and I'm going to take my hand that I'm dragging it with, and I am literally going to reach down as far as I can and start pulling parts out until I get a kidney, and then I'm going to cut that kidney off and put it in my bag, drop the body, look at everybody else and go, "Are we ready yet?"
Yeah.
That one counts as mine. That's mine. I got that one.
You guys, as you're kind of walking along the edge, you peek in every window as you go along. Most of them, again, are dark. You get to one that is lit, and you peek over the edge. You see, huddled almost around the window is about 30 humanoids. They appear to be elvish, but they're much shorter, around the size of a gnome. And they are all looking at this Christmas tree that was butted up against the corner that is black. They are all talking to each other back and forth. You can't really make anything out, but it appears that they don't see you.
I'm going to look at Prate and wave him up and point at the door.
I'll walk up and take a look at it. 29.
It doesn't appear to be trapped, nor does it appear to be locked. It is paned glass, like stained glass. You see a picture of a large, jolly-looking man in a red suit riding in a sleigh. You see Santa in his sleigh, the reindeer pulling it. The other picture depicts an older woman with a bunch of little kids gathered around her. She's handing out candy and stuff.
Does she
to
look
them.
familiar to Cut?
Give me a history check.
14.
Something strikes you as odd about her.
I know this chick.
You know her from where?
Can't place it.
Great. I'm opening the door. And I turn the handle.
You open the door, and it opens into a hallway that runs the front and back of the building. You see a door about 10 feet ahead to your left that you know opens up into that large workshop area where you saw everybody gathered around the tree.
I'm going to stealthily try to look down into that area.
You kind of creep up to the edge. It is a closed door. Do you want to open it?
I'm going to look for traps first.
You give it a quick once over. You don't see anything.
And then, I'll open it very stealthily.
Give me a stealth check just for funsies.
36.
You pull it open, and you kind of get the feeling that if you weren't careful, it probably would have squeaked a bit. But you look inside, and you see this is a workshop. There are various tables set about. You see a lot of toys gathered along it, various different wood carving and hand tools and stuff like that. You see along the far corner, the 30 little elfish people are gathered around the tree talking.
I'll stealthily close the door again.
Back in the hallway, it runs from the front of the building to the very back. You see at the very back, there is another door that's also stained glass that goes back outside. There's the door to your left, a door straight across it to the right, and then another door down at the far end to the left.
I'm just going to go to the next door and try to open it and look in.
You open it, and again, it's a similar setup to the one that you saw that you had just looked in, except these elves are still hard at work. You see a few of them hammering on what appears to be a metal sleigh that is red. There are a few making clockwork toys, some that are making little toy nutcracker soldiers.
Yeah, I'm looking for the fat man.
Looking around the room, you don't see him. You do see on the second floor area, there is a balcony that looks over this workshop.
Sorry, I'm going to go down to the end of the hall. Okay, go to the door to my left and check for traps before I try opening it.
Sure. You give it another once over like you did the front door. Looking over it, doesn't appear to be trapped or locked.
I will slowly, quietly open it and peek inside.
You glance inside, and it is a stairwell. You see a small door kind of at the base of the stairs that goes underneath like the middle landing, and then the stairs go up, turn, and then come back to the second level above you.
Are there any other doors we haven't looked at?
None that you've seen so far. There's the door that leads out the back.
I'm going to go to that door. If I can see through the glass, I'd look through the glass.
It's a little more difficult. Give me a perception check.
25.
Looking out this side, about 100 feet down a little stone path, you see a small 2-story house. You see the faint flicker of light from one of the windows, and then as well, there is a bit of smoke coming out of the chimney.
Thieves can't. What I saw, along with talk to Jethro in his head to tell him what I see out the back door.
You realize you can talk to each other with that too, yeah?
Nope.
No, especially since one of them I can't do that to.
Right, but you two, the ones who didn't well, I mean, you threatened me a little bit. The ones who didn't threaten me directly. You try it out.
I'm still gonna have to use Thieves Can't.
Well, I mean, if you want to protect that one, yeah.
Not trying to be mean here, but I'm gonna protect my own before I protect those outside.
I'm not expecting you not to. All I know is that only one of you was supposedly coming back at one point, and now we're protecting our own.
As they talk that, I'm using Thieves Can't to be like, no fat man in either two of these rooms. Balcony, though.
I'm gonna in Thieves Can't back. You gonna check the balcony, or you need me to do it?
I'll nod yes, and then where you're standing in the back. I'm gonna head over where Prate is.
Point at the door that I'm looking in, and then stealthily go up the stairs.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow him.
I'm gonna scan around best I can looking through this. Is there any way to use a combination of stealth and maybe acrobats to get up to the balcony? Or are there like stairs to get up there in the workroom?
You don't see any, no. And looking around, this is a very well-lit room, as well as there's probably 30 people. And they're not all facing one direction either. There are a few that are facing towards you. There are a few that are facing away, and they're kind of talking back and forth as they make this. You know that if you enter this room, you're most definitely going to be seen.
I'm going to shut the door and go follow him up the stairs.
I assume Jethro's following?
I mean, until told otherwise, yeah.
I'll peek
You
my
guys-
head around and point at him menacingly, and then point to the ground, and then go back into the stairs. If he gets it, he gets it. If not,
I guess I could loan him my shoes at some point. That's weird. I'm following.
Okay, you follow. You guys make your way up and around the stairs. It comes up to the second floor landing. There's another door. This one as well is painted glass, and you see Santa again standing next to the woman from before, and they seem to be holding hands, smiling. Give me another history check.
18.
As you were coming up to this door, you were instinctively reaching for your blade. That's more of what jogs your memory than the picture of this female. You do remember her now. This is the woman that you took this dagger off of after you killed her.
I'll smile a little bit and open the door. It's very stealthily to see if the fat man's up there.
You open it up, look left and right. You're in a hallway that runs the length left to right of the building. You see to your left, it goes down toward where you saw the balcony. Straight ahead of you, just on the opposite side of the hallway, is the other balcony that was in the left side of the room as you entered, in the one where they were all crowded around the dead tree. Looking down the hallway to the right, you see a single door at the far end.
I don't see the fat man. I'm going to motion as I turn around to motion everybody just to hang on a second and see Jethro. I'm going to stare him the fuck down. In Thieves' Cant, I'm going to say, if you want to try to sneak across with me, that's fine. I'm just going to see if the fat man's through that door. I'll be right back.
Is there a reason he's so mad at me?
Maybe because you tried to cast a spell on him and read his mind without asking?
I'm not. It doesn't read anybody's mind. I'm just having a conversation. I don't know what you're thinking. You're talking. It's communication. Hi.
Well, maybe you should have asked him before just, intruding.
Figured that you guys didn't want to waste time. It's not an intrusion. It's the same thing as talking out loud, just without the out loud. Thought you guys would appreciate that. Plus, he laughed earlier. I heard it.
Well, it is more convenient, but it was a bit of surprise.
I get that. My bad. I'll apologize later.
I'll follow when Cut goes. I'll sneak
Okay.
behind him.
Is Pass Without a Trace still on?
Yes.
Yes.
46.
Go ahead and give me one. Great.
34, 44.
You guys make your way down and you get to the end, and it is a very, very ornately done door. There's carvings of reindeer and snowmen, candy canes, all carved into the wood itself. The handle itself seems to almost appear solid gold. You're not quite sure, but it's probably pretty expensive. No one seems to notice you as you approach, though. But as you do notice immediately a large deadbolt in the gap of the door. This door is locked.
I will try and unlock it.
Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand.
36.
Oh, good lord. You go up to this, and this lock is very complicated. It's not your typical lock. The hole itself is about a ½ inch in diameter, and it's rounded. And as you're picking it, you notice that you have to pin one of the pins on the top right, and then there's one on the bottom left, and they crisscross. So it would be nearly impossible to pick this lock. But after about 30 seconds, you hear a very loud click as the whole cylinder turns.
I will slowly try and open the door.
Looking inside, dark inside, you do see what appears to be a very large desk. There's a fireplace in the back corner that's smoldering a bit. There's various bookshelves that line the walls. A large painting, again, of the man and the woman behind the desk. Looking around, you don't see anyone, though.
In Thieves' Cant, I'll say with the locked door, this is probably where that spirit thing is.
Bring it on.
I'm
I'm gonna go in.
really weird at the smoke, and again, using Thieves' Cant, be like, no, the spirit of Christmas that we're supposed to steal.
You see him kind of shake his head, and in Thieves' Camp, my bad.
Dumbass. And then I go in there and look around. I'm going to guess you want an investigation.
I do.
I'm loving this die right now.
20, not natural.
27.
Damn.
What languages do you all speak?
Well, that's not much.
Okay.
Common, Halfling, Elvish.
Elvish, Abyssal, and Common.
You look around, there are lots of toys. A lot of them are just scattered about and hid in kind of weird places. You find a few that are kind of tucked back behind one of the shelves, and they're set up almost in like a mock battle, almost as if somebody was playing with them. Rifle through the desk, you don't find anything that really sparks your fancy. On the desk itself, there is a picture of the two, the older man, the gentleman, the Santa and his wife, but there is also a small child. There is writing across the top of the frame, but none of you understand it.
My check of the room is about
Yeah.
75% what's worth anything in here, and 25% what information can I gain from this room.
This is mostly just an office. You find there are a lot of notes describing various different items. A lot of things are drawings of different toys and stuff like that. Of value to you, there are a few items, just everyday items that do seem to be gold. But outside of that, nothing catches your fancy.
I'll pick them up and
Okay.
drop them in my bag.
It's stuff like an inkwell, a letter opener, stuff along those lines. Probably worth about 800 gold.
Woo, all right. I'll say in Thieves' Camp, I don't find anything important in here.
Start heading out.
All right, yeah, let's get out of here.
Jethro and Smoke, give me a perception check.
29.
31.
You hear below you, back in that hallway again, you hear a door open and close and you hear voices. They seem to be talking about the tree. I can't believe, why would it just die like that? That's so weird. I know. Better go and tell the big man about it.
Hey, Smokey, you think prisoners is a good idea?
If you want to make yourself a prisoner, go for it. I'm just going to sneak around and hide in the shadows and follow him.
Okay, you do that. I follow your lead, I guess.
Oh, shit. All right, well, I'm going to use stealth, and I am going to try to keep a distance but still follow him.
Jethro, give me a stealth check.
Perfect.
Once again, I rolled poorly.
Oh, fuck.
It's a 26.
That's not bad.
Why don't you calm down there, rogue type?
Well, you said you rolled poorly.
Yes,
did.
I've got a spell up, and bards are awesome.
You guys make your way back down the bottom of this to the bottom of the stairs, and you see they're crossing the door in front of you. You hear the exterior door open, and a second later it closes. You continue following them. You go out into the hallway and kind of watch them for a second through the stained glass. And they start walking down toward the house that you saw around back. How close do you want to follow?
I'm going to let them get a decent bit away before I open the door and kind of stay stealthy and go through it.
They make their way down there, and as they approach the building, they turn away from the door and walk actually around the left side of the building and disappear behind it.
I'm going to follow their lead.
You guys continue on around and down, and you see from this angle now there's a large stable at the back of this building. You see them walk inside, and they're standing there seemingly talking to someone, but you can't see the person they're talking to.
Boy, Prate, we're looking at these two people talking to people.
Prate, you hear Jethro in your head saying this.
You're looking at two people talk. Great.
Yeah, they went for the big guy.
Do you see the big guy yet?
No, I haven't gotten close enough.
All right,
But
let me know
evidently
when you get
there.
there.
I'm going to move up, get as close as I can without being seen.
You kind of move around to the left, and you see the other end of the stables is enclosed. There's not really any angle that you can get to be able to see who they're talking to, but you can get close enough to hear. And you hear the two smaller voices again. Yeah, it was weird. The tree just died. I don't know what happened. And he says, you hear another voice. Yeah, it scared the hell out of me. I was putting a present under it at the time. And you hear a much deeper, almost kind of gravelly voice. Well, that's not good at all. I'm not sure what could do that. Give me a moment. Let me finish up here. I'll be up there in just a minute. Okay, Santa. And then you hear footsteps in the snow again.
In my mind to Prate, I am going to say they're talking to Santa. He said he was finishing what he was doing before he headed up that way. Now may be our chance where he's not heavily guarded.
All right, I hear you. In Thieves' Cant, I'll say to Cut. I think they found him.
thieves can't back. Good, let's go kill him.
I know we gotta start heading downstairs. I assume that's where they went.
Sure.
We've seen that. And I'll ask them, which way out the front?
You're gonna go out the back door. There's gonna be a building dark, which is a slight glim coming from the window. You're gonna want to take a left around the building.
All right, we're on our way.
Be careful. There's at least 2 elves coming your way.
I'll head down the stairs to the back door. Look out the back door.
You do see the elves coming. They're about probably 50 feet away at this point. They are walking back. Jethro and Smoke, a couple seconds after they left, you hear kind of the tinkling of metal, and you hear what sounds like a file or something like that being run across metal.
What the hell is that?
Would I be able... I probably wouldn't be able to, since I can't get a clear view, see, would I recognize what he's sharpening, or no, just because it would be metal on a file?
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to know what it is without looking.
Is he down? I mean, he's just down there, yeah?
He's down, but I can't find a area to really get in there without potentially being seen.
Well, I mean, is he down there by himself?
I don't know.
Well, if you want me and you can just go, but, I mean...
I was hoping to wait for the backup, but yeah, that might be the best to at least see what we're getting ourselves into.
Well, do you want me to stay here? Do you want me to go with you? Do you want to wait until your friends get here and then talk to them in your gibberish? What do you want?
Did the elves come out of like a door?
It's not a door, it's just an opening. Whoever they were talking to was kind of back in the building to the left a little bit, so there's not really any way you could get an angle without actually going into the building and looking around the corner itself. But you don't know where they would be in that situation. You don't know how close or how far.
Tom, I think our best bet right now would wait for the backup.
All right.
They should be here any minute.
Sure.
I am going to tuck down, wait for the doors to open, and attempt to hit both of them with each dagger in each hand as they open a door. I'm going to stealth as best as I can, though. But I got a 32 either way.
Good God. You see them coming up, and they've kind of got their heads down. They got their hoods pulled up, and you see one of them. He walks up, he kind of dusts his boots off, goes to open the door. Go ahead.
All right, let's see what we got here. One of them's 18, one of them's 19. So that's 30 and 32. I'm sorry, 33.
Yeah, both hit. So they open the door, and there's not even a reaction. They never saw it coming as you plunge both daggers straight forward underneath their hoods.
I'm going to use my daggers by angling them while they're dying, and I don't care, so that they don't fall all the way to the ground. And then I'll go to the outside and wait for the doors to close, and I'm going to attempt to not slam, but I want their bodies to be propped up by the handles to make them look like they're just standing there.
Yeah, you get them propped up pretty good, and they're kind of haphazardly leaned up against each other, though. There's no real way to like catch against them because of how it flows.
Okay, good. I put them down real quick, and using my dagger, my good dagger, my new dagger, my favorite dagger.
Yep.
I am going to cut slits into their back, through their ribs if I have to, and then I'm going to cover up the handles with the bodies. Okay, and if I have to, I have to get through some of the ribs anyways. I'll use one of the ribs, kick it over a little bit to get into the hook so it doesn't fall off. I nod at my work, and then I start heading towards where I think they're going.
Yeah, I'll head off to, let's see, they said the left. I'm going to go around the right.
Okay. Cut, you make your
Stealthily.
way. Sure, you make your way around to the left.
I use my thieves' cant when I see them, and I ask, what door?
Gonna point to the doorway.
Stealth in front of that opening.
Prate, as you make your way around to the right, you get just far enough around where you can see the stable at the back. There is no door on this side. So you make your way on around to the back. Make your way up, and again, as you get closer, you hear the sliding of metal on metal. And you make your way up to this opening, and you do notice now that it is a stable. There's a torch just to the right.
Yeah, I want to peek in and see.
This is Cut. Prate, you're just coming around the backside as you see Cut just in front of you, moving up to the opening itself.
Fuck yeah, I want to peek in.
You peek around the corner. Lining both walls are stalls, and you see very large reindeer kind of hanging their heads over. And sitting in the center of all of this, you see a large bearded man with a file running it down the length of a blade and back and forth.
Okay. I'm going to use Thieves' Cant, and I'm going to say, hey, can one of you guys tell Jethro to stand about 30 feet in front of the door and make some noise?
Jethro, we need you to stand about 30 feet in front of the door and make some noise.
No. That sounds like a terrible idea.
Don't worry, we got you.
Yes, you seem very trustworthy so far.
I haven't killed you yet, have I?
Yeah, you're just increasing the trust. Yes, thank you. Okay. Hey, Smoke.
Yes.
I fucking hate you. But, I guess I kind of rely on you to, keep me from dying. So, I wrote you something.
Okay.
Oh, Smoke will take your life today. And when he's fucking ready, Kris Kringle he will slay. Hey! Fuck you, you're inspired. And I will start walking towards the opening.
That was a nice little tune. Don't be
I
afraid.
like that tune.
Well, you each get one if you don't piss me off, you fucks. So I will walk towards the opening and try and come up with a distraction in the very near future.
How do you distract him?
Okay, so I'm walking into the doorway. I'm just walking up first.
The stable kind of comes out the back of the building and stretches back to the left, to your left, probably a good 30 feet. The doorway, the opening is butted up right against the back of the house itself. And you look in and you see a wall, and you know that as soon as you go in, it would turn to the left. And that's where the whoever this is probably is.
Okay, right before I just turn into the left and see whoever is there, I don't know if I mentioned it before, but I will cast Death Ward on myself, because fuck. And I will turn into the left and just start whistling and walk in that way.
You hear the sound of the metal on the metal again, and as you get closer, it stops. You come in and come around the corner, and he's sitting there kind of expectantly waiting, and as soon as you see him, his eyes go wide.
Is there something wrong?
Jethro, why are you here? What are you doing here?
I mean, you know me. Of course you know me. You're Santa. That's kind of your thing, yeah?
Yes.
So I mean, you know what I'm all about. I like knowing stories, talking to interesting people. There's not a whole lot of living people that are more interesting than you. Hi.
He stands up at this point. He's clutching the one blade that he was sharpening. You see him. He pulls another one out from underneath the folds of his cloak, and he's kind of backing up into the corner, the back of the stall area. Says,
did I do something wrong?
Why are you here, Jethro?
I said I wanted to meet you. Is that really so hard to believe? In my head, I will say, what the fuck am I doing right now?
I've already started thief canting the other guys. Like, I told him to stand 30 feet away from the door. Did you not relay that?
I did, and I'm going to relay back and say you were supposed to be 30 feet from the door.
You told me to make a whole lot of noise.
I said 30 feet in front, or 30 feet from the door and make some noise. I didn't say go in.
Man, it's like this whole telephone thing is really complicated. Santa, what are you working on?
I think you need to tell me why you're here, Jethro. And I'm going to need a saving throw from you.
And Thieves Cant to the other guys, I'm like, we need to think of something quick since somebody had to go and fuck it up.
Wisdom.
Okay. That is a 27.
27, you feel a magical essence fill your mind. You almost decide, yeah, I'll tell you, it's fine. But you realize the spell before it takes hold, and you shake it off.
Whoa, Santa, not cool, Santa.
I'm going to need everyone to roll initiative.
24.
Prate's got 16 and 6.
Santa gets 27. The reindeer have 13.
Jethro has a 16.
So Cut is first to react. I am going to ready an action to attack him. It's Santa's turn.
Santa's going to step forward towards you, Jethro. He's going to say again, as a free action, Jethro, I think you need to tell me why you're here. Otherwise, this is going to get nasty.
I will sit down as a free action and I seriously just wanted to meet you. I just found out that you were actually a real life thing.
How did you get here?
Dude, I'm badass. What are you talking about?
Dude, this is my realm.
Yeah.
There's no way for you to get here.
Plane shift. Woof.
No.
Here, there.
Jethro.
Yeah.
Stop lying to me.
I'm confused.
Smoke.
He's holding an action, by the way.
I'm gonna call forth a fire elemental to go and light that thing on fire.
You summon this elemental. It moves up, places its hands against the wood, and you see flames starting to take hold. It's taken a little bit, but it is starting to catch and spread.
Perfect.
Thanks.
It's Prate's turn.
I'm going to try and move 30 feet out from the wall to get an angle where I can hopefully see Santa.
Unfortunately, there's no angle that you can get where you can see him where he currently is, but you're set up in a good enough spot that if you were to move kind of to the entrance, you'd be able to see him easily enough. Give me a stealth check.
27, and I don't know if I'm close enough for the bonus 10.
Yeah, you
So
are.
that would move it to 37.
So you make your way up into the stable itself, and you're about 5 feet from Jethro, who is sitting there talking to him. You hear him just around the corner to the left, probably about 15 feet away.
I'm just going to stay there.
I have a speed of 40. Fuck this shit. I am going to attack Santa.
Okay,
Only
go
a speed
ahead.
of 40.
Would a 31 hit Santa? So there's going to be a lot of shit going on here, but the first thing I need is a Constitution saving roll from Santa. Because there's no...
As a free action, Jethro will just say, "I'm sorry, Santa!"
Constitution?
Yeah.
13.
Whew, you failed. All right, so I got a lot of math.
Go ahead.
288 points of damage. Well, first I'm going to move out of his range and finish my movement, so he'll get an attack of opportunity.
22. 17, 10 of which is fire. As
No, I'm
he
doing
slashes
nothing.
at you with this scimitar.
I'm going to use my bonus action to hide.
Okay.
42.
Yeah, no. At the end of your turn, 2 legendary actions cast a spell. He's going to cast Dimension Door and move just outside of the stable itself, kind of up towards the house a little bit. Prate, you're just at that range where you're kind of almost inside, but you're almost outside. You see him appear just outside of the house,
Okay, how far is he from me?
about 20 feet.
Okay, sorry, so I'm resolving myself in the order, but it's Jethro.
You see him vanish before your eyes. You recognize the Dimension Door spell immediately.
Jethro, I suppose, will stand up.
Okay.
And basically, he will say in his head, "Eyes on target?
Yes.
Yes.
Where?
Behind you.
Oh, shit." We'll turn around.
Yeah, you make your way back outside, out of the stables. You look to your left, and you see him about 20 feet away, moving up towards the main building.
Reindeer.
You hear a loud crashing sound as 2 of them manage to kick the door off the hinges and come charging out. None of you are still in the hallway, so they don't get to charge. But they run to the corner there and turn, and they see you, Jethro. They are going to make attack against you. Does a 19 hit?
Yep.
All right, then the other one does as well. You take 18 points of piercing damage as the 2 run up and gore you with their antlers.
Prate.
I'll try and shoot him in the back with an arrow. 21.
21 just hits.
Oh, nice. 40 points of piercing damage. And then I will put away my bow. I will chase after him.
Santa.
Santa, as you hit him with this arrow, he stops. He turns and is going to sing for you. Oh, I'm feeling rather spiteful, and your death will be delightful. And since you've become my foes, kill you hoes, kill you hoes, kill you hoes. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
That would be a 17.
17 fails. He takes a step forward and slams his foot on the ground. You see this shockwave come out from him. You are going to take 21 points of thunder damage and 17 points of radiant damage. And you are knocked prone.
Uncanny dodge.
Smoke.
The smoke's gonna run up and attack with his daggers.
Okay.
Oh, fuck yeah, nat 20.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow, I'm gonna do a whopping 51 points of damage. So then the elemental is gonna take his attack. 19.
19 misses.
Prate.
I'll stand up I'll use my bonus action to pull the hood up on my cloak. I'll use my action to draw my swords. Stand at the defense, I guess.
Coming around the outside is going to be Cut, coming straight at Santa, and I am going to try to stab that fat man. 19 is a critical with my dagger. I know he's not surprised this time. I mean, he's surprised in general, but he's not surprised. And I know somebody's in 5 feet. 136 points of damage. I am going to just stand my ground right there, smiling at the fat man. It's your turn to die, like I killed your wife.
At the end of your turn, he is going to use one of his legendary actions to make a scimitar attack against you. 24.
Yep.
8 points of slashing and 15 points of fire damage.
Okay, so
as he comes across and swipes you with the scimitar.
Right, I'm an uncanny dodge that. That takes us to Jethro.
I will walk away from the reindeer towards the danger.
Right. 2 attacks of opportunity. One's a crit. The other was a critical miss. Let's see, that is
Those cancel out, right? I mean, that's just straight up math.
35 points of bludgeoning damage.
Did they gore me too? Damn.
No, as it rears up and swats at you with its hooves. The other one rears up, tries to do the same thing, but the second one, the one that managed to hit you, got in the way, and its attack just goes by.
I will walk away and go, ow, shit, damn, and start walking towards Santa himself. I am going to cast Circle of Power and get everybody in that. Because smoke is fine, I will say, you yourself are a very cool guy, Prate Miss. You're a thief delight, so have yourself a very nice roll, all right. And he's inspired as well. Feeling satisfied with my turn and bleeding from the reindeer that was right next to me, I will end it.
Oh, you want some good news, Jethro? It's the reindeer's turn.
You hear 3 more crashes from inside of the stable as you see 3 of the reindeer come barreling around the corner. They see the others. The 2 that were already attacking you, though, are going to charge you, though.
That is totally understandable.
Does a 19 hit you?
Yes.
Okay. It's a 19 on both of them, so they both hit. And I need 2 strength saving throws.
First one is a 19.
Okay, so you succeed. You take...
Then I succeed on the other one as well.
You take from him 12 points of piercing damage. From the second one, 16... 21 points of piercing damage. The other 3, 2 of them are going to run towards Cut. The other one is going to go toward the smoke. The 2 on Cut. One is a natural 20. The other one will miss. Jethro, you get to make an attack of opportunity against one of them if you choose. Cut, you would make an attack of opportunity against the one that is running toward smoke. I need a strength save from you.
17.
42 points of piercing damage, and you're not knocked prone. The other one that charged you misses, and the one that goes against the smoke also misses. Go ahead and make your attack of opportunity.
Well, the one that passed me for the smoke, right? That will be 32 to hit.
You're catching it just as it gets to the smoke.
Do they have a lot of HP?
Quite a bit.
11. 49 points of damage.
With my Warcaster feat, I can use my attack of opportunity to cast a spell specifically to a creature. I would like to cast Blindness, because that seems fun for me. Con save for reindeer.
Fails.
He's blind.
The reindeer ended. We're at the top of round 3, which Santa gets to go first.
He's going to cast a spell. I need everyone to make a strength saving throw.
With advantage.
24.
27.
26.
As you see this giant wave of snow rise up, and it just washes over all of you, continues on behind you. You manage to not get swept up in it.
Smoke.
I need a roll for the damage for that for my fire elemental, who missed the save.
48 on the first one, and he is swept up in this giant avalanche that is rushing away from you.
So I'm going to take my roll. 25.
This is a good time to tell you that if you're watching this channel, it's your first time, you don't know who we are, please go to www.brosendragons.com and check us out.
81 points of damage.
Prate.
So I'm standing with my blades out. Well, I'm just going to straight out attack him. 23?
23 hits. He's going to cutting words. Go to hell. Go to hell. attacking me is pretty shitty. Stupid things, hear me sing. Soon it will be all okay. -4, so 19, which missed.
21.
21 just hits.
So let's see. All right. 52 points of damage.
Holding my dagger, my new dagger, I would like Santa to make a Constitution saving roll.
18.
Oh, it's 19. This is gonna be great. 61 points of necrotic damage as I cast Finger of Death from my dagger. My offhand, 21. Wow, that was low.
21 hits.
38 points of damage. And
At the end of your turn, he's going to use 2 of his legendary actions to cast a spell.
notice he doesn't do that on anybody else's turn, but okay.
Well, you kind of pissed him off when you told him you killed his wife. He says, Ryan, I know you, and I know what you don't like. I need a wisdom saving throw.
26.
Do you feel his mind reaching into yours, but you shake it off?
I smile and go, listen here, fat man. It's not gonna work. Jethro.
I'm ready in action to cast a spell. If Santa makes any kind of aggressive move towards me, I will go ahead and, as a bonus action, inspire that last rogue. I'm dreaming of a cut, kill, strike. Deal that fat guy the final blow. May your knives be sharp and light, 'cause I know Santa won't survive tonight. And then I will silently cry, because I feel really bad and guilty.
The reindeer.
Okay, so you hear another loud crash from inside the stables. The 2 that have been attacking you, Jethro, are going to take 2 strikes against you. It's a natural 1 and 11 plus 8, 19. 14 points of piercing damage as he gores you with his horns. The one against Smoke, natural 1, fails. The 2 against Cut, 21, 17 points of piercing damage.
Round 4, Santa.
Looking around, he's not too happy. He is going to cast another spell. You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. Your blood will deck my halls. It's time for the most badass monster of all. Rudolph the Raging Reindeer. He knows how this shit goes. He's gonna mess up. Fuck, I fucked it up.
See, it's not that easy.
He's gonna mess up, you shits. Gonna make your blood flow. Coming over the large building, you see this bright streak of red that comes down and slams into the ground just beside Santa. I need everyone to make a dexterity save.
Can I just say I made it?
You could.
How's a 32 sound?
Yeah, you're good.
29.
26.
26 makes it else. You see this much larger than the others, bright red nose comes slamming into the ground. You see a shockwave come out from it as it lands, and it looks around at you, with death in its eyes.
Oh, how sweet. He's got a red nose.
You see Rudolph turn his gaze towards you. Bonus action, he's going to cast Misty Step and move 30 feet further up the hill toward the building.
Smoke.
I'm going after Santa.
All right, so you take off running after him.
27.
27 hits.
42.
He's looking pretty bad. I'm just saying.
Oh, thank God.
Prate.
I'll use all of my movement to run up to him and stab him with both swords. 28 to hit.
28 hits.
$66
All
points
right.
of piercing damage.
At the end of your turn, he's going to use one of his legendary actions to make a single attack against you. Natural 1. So he whiffs it. Rudolph, having had his attention drawn to you, Smoke, is going to... I need you to make a dex save.
27.
You see the nose light up very bright, and you see a beam of red light streak across the snow towards you. You definitely dodge out of the way. You notice that the ground, the snow itself, is actually melted from where the beam had passed over it, but it misses completely.
I need all enemy creatures within 30 feet of me to make charisma saving throws.
So Rudolph and Santa make it, the rest of the reindeer fail. So the one would be, it's at 49.
Well, then it's deaf. And what happened to the dude being blind?
That's actually this one, so he's blind and deaf.
I'm going to attack Santa. I know I'm moving away from 2.
19 on the first one.
Okay.
Second one is 22.
I'm gonna run up to Santa and I'm gonna stab him.
All right.
26.
You guys have got him really low.
65 points of damage. Jethro.
I am going to stare at Rudolph and just give him like the "What's up? What's up?" head nod, and he needs to make a wisdom save for me.
He is actually immune to charm, yes.
Well, then that was a waste of a really high level spell.
Don't.
And after I do the head nod and he stares back at me and just kind of keeps looking angry, I will frown and bonus action cast Misty Step myself away from all of the reindeer, including the super angry one.
That moves us to the reindeer.
You hear 2 crashes from within the stables. The other 2 are out now. You see these 2 reindeer that have been attacking you come charging towards you, though. Cut the 2 that were attacking you. 1 hits. I need a strength save.
Natural 20.
You take 20 points of piercing damage.
Yeah.
1 against the smoke. Misses.
Round 5. Santa.
He looks over at you again, Cut, and says, I said, I know what you don't like. You shouldn't have done what you did. He is going to cast Otto's Irresistible Dance against you. Yes. Are you immune?
Cannot be charmed.
Fair enough, so that fails.
And I go, I told you, you can't control me.
Bonus action, he is going to, he's going to Misty Step away from you guys again. Back down toward the stables.
Smoke.
Back down the goddamn hill and try to attack Santa again.
All right, go ahead.
Woohoo! Natty. 52 points of damage.
Prate.
He's within 30 feet of me.
Yes.
I'm gonna charge after him
And it
and
would be sneak attack.
try and hit him.
Dead.
32 to hit.
Yeah, you hit.
Going to charge right up to him and just bolt blades right into his gut, trying to lift him up off the ground.
Nice. It's difficult. You get him up kind of off-centered, but he's very big. He's fat. So you get him up kind of on his tippy toes. You see blood pour out from his mouth as he's looking at you.
And then just rip him back out as I kick him off of him.
Nice. He falls to the ground.
And you get splashed with a bowl full of jelly.
Jethro, you see these 2 huge reindeer come bearing down on you, heads lowered, horns coming forward. You're, holy shit, this is gonna hurt. And just as they're about to hit you, poof, they dissipate. They're just scattered into dust. You look around, you see the rest of them just turn into dust and glitter, and it slowly falls to the ground.
That could have been worse. Shit. Ow.
Well, I guess you fucking this all up still didn't really do too bad.
I'm sorry, fucking this all up.
I said 30 feet from the door, not run in and make noise.
So your plan that was kind of terrible and not really a plan, that one, or the plan where we fought him in the open, kept you all safe, and everyone's okay, save for the fire guy.
Aw, I wanted him back. He was my friend.
While they're chit-chatting, I'm checking Santa.
You get the sense that his coat has a lot of magical essence to it. You find 2 scimitars that you know for a fact are magical, as well as his hat. You also find a rolled up piece of parchment.
Sleight of hand, slip it in my pocket. 31.
Okay, I will just, all right, fair enough, and start walking.
Cut's literally going to walk up to the door, take one of the bodies off of it, walk in, go back to the room where they were gathering around a Christmas tree, kick open the door, throw the dead body in and go, would somebody please tell me where the spirit of Christmas is?
You throw the body, you look around, you see none of the workers that were
I
there
wouldn't have
before.
thrown it then, ass. You get this.
But hold on, you do look and you see kind of huddled in the middle of the room, you see a small little girl, kind of hands tucked up around her knees, crying.
I will draw my dagger, run up to the little girl, grab her hair, pull it back, put my dagger up to her throat and go, can you please tell me where the spirit of Christmas is?
Give me an intimidation. She looks around, sobbing. She says, I don't know. Where is everybody?
Oi, scary guy.
I slash her throat.
You feel the dagger pass cleanly through her. As you do, the blood spills out over your hand. And you see her body go limp, and then it begins to glow. You see lifting up out of her body, her spirit. And she kind of looks down at you, and you hear in a childish voice, but not quite the same voice you heard before. She says, I pity you, Brian. And with that, she winks out in a bright flash of light.
I pick up the other dead body and I kick in the other door where I know the other workers are.
There's nobody there.
God damn it, where is everybody?
The reindeer all kind of disappeared when Santa died. What do you think else would happen with everybody else?
I throw the body down and I head back to the house.
First door opens up into like a living room area. You see 3 doors, one of which opens into kind of like a master bedroom. The other is a bathroom. The third one opens up into what appears to be a child's bedroom. You see on the bed, kind of scrolled into the wood, spirit.
I yell, God damn it, and I go outside and I cut off Santa's head and then I grab the white gem and I hit it.
Guess I'm gonna just crush the white stone.
I'll take the hat and the scimitars in the place where we found the toys, or where they found the toys earlier. I would like to find 8 toy soldiers, if there are that many, and a bugle horn, and then I will crush the stone.
I'll take the jacket. I think I've got enough evidence that we killed him, and I'll crush the thing and go back.
So you all reappear at the same time back in the space, and Quiet is standing there before you and smiles, says, well, how did it go?
I throw down the head and I go, the spirit got away.
You hear behind you a deep, gravelly voice. That was not the deal.
I turn around and go, then maybe next time you should tell me the spirit isn't a fucking object.
I didn't. We said we didn't know what it was. You were to identify it.
Oh, well then deal done. The spirit is a little girl's soul flying
Identify
around.
it and bring it back to me.
Don't start shit with me!
You got another one of those rocks?
I know not to hire you in the future. You all are worthless.
You got any more of those rocks?
He tosses, no. He says, that was not something that I procured. We are done here. He tosses a very, very large bag of gold onto the ground. He turns to you, Cut, and says, be coming for that blade soon. You see him in a swirl of dark matter and snow. He vanishes on the spot. As he does so, you hear,
Krampus, baby, hurry with the murders tonight. Later that night, in the flash of white snow that hit the same streets as before where the old lady died, you see Cut walking slowly, methodically, and in thought. You hear a voice. It's done, Cut. You did a good job. He turns around and sees this beautiful female dressed in all blue dress, sparkling white, an aura, an essence coming out from around her. Yeah, Santa was a control object, but the spirit needed to be free. The voice says, what do you do now? Looking down at the hilt of the horned-faced dagger he knows now to be Krampus hanging from his hip, he says, I guess I gotta find out where that Krampus guy went, and I'm gonna have to end his miserable existence as he tries to control people too. Hey, happy holidays from all of us to all of you. Happy winter solstice and whatever holidays you are going through. On that, please just stay tuned. We love to hear from every single one of you, but for now, just keep it nerdy and live your dreams.
Later.
Whoever wants to take it off,
You want me to take it off? I'm
Take it
live
off.
camera.
take it off, big boy.
Ba-da-da-da-da.
You
Da-da.
sick. You sick.
I was gonna say, give him some music or something.
You
Keith.
sick fucks, all of you, except
Hey.
Tom.
We just like looking at sexy things.
Yep.
You're welcome.
Yeah, dude. If I get naked, it's gonna look like a little turtle trying to escape from under a boulder.
Well, I mean,
Also true.
everybody's got their own views on what sexy is.
I'm bringing sexy back. Wow.
Jethro. Or Mike, sorry.
Wow.
This is how I know you.
Wah wah.
Generally, our only interaction is when we play the game, so I literally know you as this character.
That is understandable.
Oh, what color is the glow?
I don't know. What color's the glow?
It's mostly just the white of the snow that makes up the snowman is glowing slightly.
So it's like super light gray, is what you're saying?
More or less, I guess. Oh, motherfucker. So, John, we'll
I
fill
feel
you
like
in
I
on
missed
this.
Something.
Mike is completely colorblind.
Oh,
Yep.
There's going to
So
be
you're probably going to hear a lot of color
a
jokes
lot
tonight.
of color jokes.
got it.
You know, it's not the Keith or Doc making the jokes that gets me. It's Tom's little laugh. It just I'm usually like, all right, that was a good one. Oh shit.
Sorry, man.
I crush the white stone and go home. No, okay.
Deuces.
Oh, all right.
He said it. I hope they have another stone.
Suddenly the pass without a trace comes away and all the snowmen look your direction.
Oh, darn. The pass without a trace goes away. Now I really have to roll.
Yeah,
Hey,
me too.
I just want to be important a little. Shut up. I was just about to say, the snowman, he's been distracted by that asshole earlier. We should all go.
See, this is very interesting, having the DM instantly jump characters to level 18 and know next to nothing about them. So this is new for me too. I'm kind of
This
excited.
is that special dagger. If I don't soak it in blood within a minute of drawing
Fair
it,
enough.
I take psychic
Correct.
damage. So
I like it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Just think of your social security number.
34.
What's your phone
That'd be-
number?
Motherfucker.
Somebody's saying hi to John.
Trey Go Cray says, LOL, John.
Hi.
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 Is that Frankie? Frankie, is that you? Are you Trago Cray?
All the love, Scarecrow.
Who's scared?
Yeah, I don't know, but hello, Scarecrow.
Hi, Scarecrow.
That's Zach.
Hi, Zach.
Is it Zach or Brandon?
Scarecrow is Zach.
Screw you, Zach.
Didn't we
I
say
take
hello
that.
to him?
Yeah, he's just being a little whiny bitch.
Oh, well, fuck. I take that second hello back.
Right?
This would have been a great time to have rolled 20.
I
Right?
know. I wish my internet was better for this because I did have maps. Mike, I had insanely colorful.
Yes, I'm fully aware of the fucking map.
So
you have, Keith.
fucking colorful.
It turns out, remember how I told you that I thought the people that could see color it would be worse for? I was wrong.
It's so fucking bad.
Oh, did you show him?
No, you left
I'm
it on the
looking
player
at it.
tab.
Oh, did I? Oh, that's awesome.
Here's one for your blooper reel. I gotta go pee. I'll be right back.
I thought you did that.
No, I didn't go yet.
He's gonna pee on you. Hold
And
on.
then you're his.
Santa's going to step forward towards you, Jethro. He's going to make 2 attacks with his weapons.
Whoa, whoa,
That seems-
whoa.
That seems very aggressive of
That's
Santa.
not
for
very
nothing going on.
Santa-like. Yeah.
There are reasons.
Keith, you specifically know Jethro is not on the naughty list yet.
This is a pocket plane. There is no reason for you to be here. There's no way for you to even get here.
I'm just saying, it seems kind of naughty just to attack Jethro without trying to talk him down.
I
Thinking
specifically said exactly why Jethro was here.
Okay. All right.
That
I'll
is
do this.
true.
I'll do this then.
If you want to attack, that's fine.
No. All right. Fine.
I
I'll
have
do
not
something
done
else.
deception.
Fine. We'll do it live. Fuck it.
Especially since isn't Santa supposed to be like neutral good or lawful good?
Pratt.
I was
Hey,
just gonna say,
Rick,
what the fuck
what?
you just call me?
Hey, I figured it out. Shut the fuck up.
Use my fuck.
You have that?
Wow. Yeah, that's a high-level character.
Shit.
So fuck, that's the one bad thing about fucking Rogue. You got all this fucking math together.
I know, right?
Use the dice roller on roll 20.
Right?
Yeah, but then we'd have to open up roll 20.
You could just be a bard and you just have to do 8 points of damage for every time your dogs pee on things.
Cast a spell. 1 second.
You figure spellcasters would be ready on their turn.
Yes, you know what? Fuck you. 51?
Hey, that's nothing to wait.
Jesus
51?
Christ.
No, that's not your nose about. But here, when you're thinking you're getting a sneak attack and everything, and you're looking close to 200 points of damage, it's kind of a letdown.
I'm just gonna play literally my fiddle for the poor rogue that only did 51 damage.
I wanted a goddamn sneak attack.
Crap. Man, you'd think spellcasters would be ready for their turn. How far away am I from him right now? I feel so bad for Santa, you guys. Like, like fuck all of these reindeer. But for Santa, I feel pretty bad. He's not by an enemy though.
I know he's not. Why do you think I yelled at him and said, "Damn it, Keith"?
This one goes out to one of our favorite and long-lasting Patreons, the voice of out of character, friend of the show, and of course, friend to us all, Adam Farber. This one's for you.
Krampus, baby, just slid a scimitar under their chin for me. Been an awful dry killing, Krampus, baby, so hurry with the murder tonight. Krampus, baby, a bloody and messy death will do for two. We can do it as a pair, Krampus, baby, so hurry with the murder tonight. Think of all the throats I've slit. Think of all the human skins I have as mitts. Next year can be just as murderous. We can make the fat corpses slenderous. Come and save Father Time if you can.
This has been a Bros and Dragons production.